Dear shining ones, we are so delighted to greet you this evening. We ask our Mele'ha to give you this message tonight about creation. And we wish to unravel that, unfold it for you, this word, creation, and this myth in the beginning. Do you know about that in the beginning? You've heard that, haven't you? In the last 2,000 to 3,000 years, it's been quite popular. It's quite old, and also, in the beginning, it really doesn't exist. Just like the end does not exist. Those are concepts formed by the human mind to sift and sort and list things that you can wrap your human mind around. And we're asking you to not do that now and go into your multidimensional mind, your quantum thinking, the place where you are expanded. And there are not the limitations and the learnings that you have had in many, many lifetimes on earth, but mostly we're talking about the present lifetime and creation. Here is what we'd like you to know about creation. You are all that. You are all creators. And the one source has not dreamed you into being. You have come together from the one source, and you are no less powerful than that huge, you would say, infinite, limitless one source of all. We like to say the divine source of all love, but it is also the divine source of all consciousness, the source of creation. And since creation has no beginning, how can it have a source? Interesting, yes? Not to ponder, though, with the human mind, but look at this in terms of limitlessness. That there is source, and source continually fulfills itself. It has no beginning and no end, as if it were bubbling up from the earth as a stream or a spring would that has no beginning and no end, and it's always been there as long as this planet has been in existence. That is creation. That is a very small metaphor for the creation of the all that is, but we want you to have that as a visual in your mind, to remember this, that the divine source of all love bubbles up inside of you, that human form that you're wearing. Keeps you alive for one thing, doesn't it? And for another, it is your nourishment, your nurturing. It is your life force. That's what bubbles up inside of you, is your life force. Now, many times we know who is here. Many times you will be with, we will say, one wheel perilously close to the ditch. You know that feeling, yes? When life force is not bubbling up. When you feel confused, confronted, afraid, disconnected from that true source. But where does that disconnection actually happen? Where? It does not happen from us to you, does it? No. It does not happen from the one source to you. Where does that happen? It happens in your mind. It happens in that part of your free will that says, I will believe that, or I'll believe this, or I'll feel that fear, and I'll feel this fear, and I'll believe that, and what someone else says. Why? Give yourself this, please, right now. The only thing that you need to believe is that endless spring inside of you, that divine source. That's the only thing. Without that, you aren't alive, although you can live with it and not know it's there. This is a dichotomy and part of the human condition. But you signed up for this, so we tell you, this human condition, it is your journey, it is your path. And as you are stumbling sometimes, dancing other times, on this, we see you, all of you, reaching for love. So we give you the connection to that love right now through our Mele'ha. Feel it coming through her. She may or may not be aware of exactly what we're doing. That's okay. She has given us permission to use her as a vessel for divine purposes. So right now, coming through her hands, to you, to your hands, if you'd like, is remembrance. This is what we will call similar to an implant, a consciousness map. This little map will lead you back to the source. Feel it, let it in. Let it into that part of you that has a spiral inside. That place where your 23 chromosomes are waiting to catch this. Waiting to feel it. Waiting to integrate it because it's not familiar. Now it will be familiar. And your cells, your DNA, your deliciously huge Akashic memory is saying, oh yes, we know that. We remember that. We remember being there. Let us have it. Give it to us. We are receiving. We are ready. We are opening. Woo. And let it in. This is benevolent energy, dear shining ones. Benevolence. That is what we taught you then, and this is what we teach you now. That is the number one teaching of the Star Mothers. Benevolence. Followed by wisdom, honoring, and compassion. And of course, our love as the mother to the child. For you are, of course, our children. And we love you that way. We wish only for your awakening, for your happiness, for your fulfilling your destiny now, here on this earth. We wish you to take this with you when you leave. You are living in a time when your destiny is right in front of you. You just need to clear away whatever it is that doesn't believe in your greatness, in your sacredness, in your magnificence. And we know that is no small thing. You came in with a very big program. But you also came in with what it takes to reprogram. And now in this time, with so many of you waking up with this holy company, and we call this holy, this gathering. It is goddesses, star sisters, priestesses, healers, mothers, wisdom women, all of those things in this tribe. Feel it together. We give this to you because you said yes. You said yes. Remember tomorrow Another thing, when you see yourself in the mirror, Mele'ha has already instructed you on what to say. Add this to it, please, for us, for your star parents. I said yes. I said yes. Therefore, I am sacred. Therefore, I am magnificent. Therefore, I am love. Therefore, you know it. You know it. This room was full of it. Therefore, I am that I am. Big breath. Bring it in. Bring that light right inside. Bring our love. We want you to take us with you when you go. Indeed, we are always. Always, always. Yes. That is intentional. There is nothing that you do or are that we are not a part of. There is no time when we are absent from you. What is absence is your remembering. But give a thought to this day, to this evening, to this meeting, to the souls in this room with you. And when you give that thought to this now, from any other then, you will be right back in this delicious, rich meeting of beautiful, Akashic souls meant to be together right now. Another breath, please. And we tell you, we never complete, we are never finished, we are not done with you. You are the project that we are here to walk with, to talk with. So we are always at your side. There are times when we step back, which we do now, dear shining ones. And we give you back to our Mele'ha to complete your meeting here. Completing in a oneness that you have created. In a oneness that changes your soul. In a oneness that shifts your consciousness. And in a oneness with the all that is. We step